Welcome back to Checkpoint XP. My name's Weirdbeard. We've got all the Valorant coverage for you happening in Reykjavik, Iceland right now up at our website, checkpointxp.com. After a really tough match against the Sentinels, we now have on the line from FNATIC, Doma. What's going on, man?
Hey, just lost to Sentinels. Feels kind of bad.
Yeah.
Because we had the game twice, I think. Both on Haven and Icebox, we had the game in our hands and we just kind of threw it away.
Well,
Choked. I don't know how we want to put it.
I wouldn't say choked. Choked is like, you know, like you're up 11 rounds and then you just lose it. But it was real tough. Like, Sentinels is not a pushover team. They know how to react under pressure. You know, like, for you guys especially, I just want to know, FNATIC, it has, a lot of people set it up as like, oh, EU is going to just roll NA because NA uses old team comps and everything like that. You know, like, during those games, did you feel like you guys were running the right agents on the maps?
I'm starting to think like the comps don't matter as much. As long as you play well, you play together, you refrag, you have the right reads, have the right calls, you can win with 5 duelists, I believe. No, not maybe 5 duelists,
Yeah.
like 4 duelists and a smoker.
Yeah, and, you know, I think it was interesting to really watch you guys play because a lot of the things, it felt like you guys won the close rounds. You know what I mean? Like, when it came down to those really tight 1v1s, 2v1s, and everything like that, you guys had so many, like, just round points that you were able to pull out. You know, but it's just Sentinels are like a runaway train when they really start rolling. You know, like, how was the team during those games, you know, behind the scenes? Did you feel like you guys were still communicating? You know, like, did you start folding under pressure? What was it like behind the curtain?
We always believed we can come back, so that's what I'm really proud of. Like, the mood never dropped, although we were losing twice. Although it's like our first big event, we still managed to keep our head cool and come back. Not come back, but be close to a really good comeback.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that is true. It's the first big one, but it's also the first LAN. It's the first international. You know, like, do you feel any extra pressure coming out of the European region just because everybody, like, just from CSGO history and, you know what I mean, everything else, did you feel like that extra pressure applied to you guys at all today?
Not that much, but like a bit, because obviously there's that. Since Valorant came out, there's that rivalry between NAU, who's better, blah, blah, blah. But, like, as people say, they won the battle, not the war, so we can still meet NA teams again.
Yeah, like, especially because you guys, like, lower brackets, again, it's not easy to be able to get to Iceland, right? Like, you still have to be a good team. But the lower bracket for you guys looks really, really good. The match I'm most excited to see is really this rematch with Liquid, who also lost earlier today. You know, they beat you guys earlier. How have you been preparing for a rematch with them, or are you just like, I just want to beat them?
I feel like pretty confident against them because we played 3BO5s with them so far. One with old roster, 2 with a new roster. And whenever we play them, it was always 2-1 for us at first, and then they either come back or... So I'm looking forward to playing them.
Cool. Now, one of the other things I really wanted to talk to you about is earlier today I got to talk to a couple people from one of the Brazilian teams that had played Paladin before they came into Valorant. You used to play Fortnite. You know, like, how does it feel to kind of be making that switch and all of a sudden being here? You know, like, not even a year later, the game's not even that old, and you're at the first international tournament. Is this something that you were expecting to be able to happen as soon as it did?
Oh, no, I just downloaded Valorant for fun.
Oh, just forget it. Whatever, man. We'll download it. It'll be fun.
It's true, though. Like, I was bored of Fortnite. The game was, like, dying.
Yeah.
I just downloaded Valorant, played the beta, like, 16 hours in one day. I just fell in love with the game, just grinded, and here I am. And, like, when it comes to my, like, history in games, I had, like, maybe 5,000 hours in CS, nothing like major, like big experiences in tournaments and stuff. But I was really young because I'm 17 now. I was like, when I was playing CS, I was like maybe 15 at best. So I couldn't really go through there.
Well, like I'm really excited to be able to see what you're doing. The last thing before I get you out of here is I really want to kind of introduce our North American audience to not only like the EU as a whole, but you come from Croatia, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
So like, I think it's just crazy to be able to see like how esports is perceived around the world. You know what I mean? Like in North America, especially in the U.S. Still, most people, if you say, "Oh, esports," they think like nerdy dudes hanging out in their basement. You know what I mean? Like, what
Yeah.
is it like being an esports player from Croatia, a different part of the world? Like, how do people view you? What do you see it like? Like, how does it feel to be able to say, like, "Hey, man, I play video games for a living"?
Uh, at first, like it felt weird being like a pro in a video game because in Croatia it's not like a big thing. You only have like perks and maybe a few more players from Croatia that actually done something in esport. So it's not like a known topic. So it's kind of weird telling someone, yeah, I play video games and I make a lot of money from it, and they're like, what do you do?
Well, I think we can. I think I'm going to give you the title of the king of Croatian esports. Forget perks; he's never done anything in esports, right? So you are the new king of Croatian esports. Hey, man, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us today. Tough losses today, but I'm really excited to be able to see what you do in the lower bracket and that rematch because I know the rematch is coming with Liquid. We'll see how it pans out, and good luck in that.
Thanks for having me.